Hey everybody, it's Katie. I hope everyone had a nice holiday season, if you celebrate. I realized that I have not done a postpartum update since 6 weeks, and now I am 6 months postpartum. So we are just in a whole different place, and I got a lot to talk about. So here we go. So one thing I never mentioned way back when was that from the time that Alice was born until I think around 2 or 3 months postpartum, I had phantom kicks. I would still feel as if there was a baby kicking me every so often. I don't know if that was just my organs sort of readjusting themselves, or if it was, just sort of missing having that feeling, but that's something I never mentioned, and I haven't heard too many people, or maybe anybody, ever talk about that. So I'm just throwing it out there. If anyone has experienced something like that before, or if you think if you're going crazy, maybe we're both crazy, I don't know. Another update. At 6 weeks, I believe I was still having hand numbness. So from the time that I was really in labor, towards the end of the birth, to about 2 or 3 months postpartum, I had numbness in my hands, and I was seeing a chiropractor, and I had seen a neurologist. I wasn't really sure what was up with that. But it did just go away sort of on its own or as a result of the chiropractics by 2 to 3 months. So again, I think that sometimes people get that'll last for like a week or two, but mine lasted a really long time, but it did eventually get back to normal. Also, hair loss. In my 6-week video, I mentioned that I was just starting to see a little bit more hair loss than normal. And I knew that a lot of people experience like crazy amounts of hair loss postpartum. Well, that was just the beginning of it. I think around 3 months was about the peak. I was losing crazy amounts of hair in the shower, especially. Every time I brushed my hair, it was just nuts. I don't even know how I have any hair left, but that has also resolved at this point. It just sort of, like I said, peaked around 3 months and then started tapering off again. And now it's back to normal. My hair is different than before. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it better now or not. So, jury's still out. My diastasis, so my muscle separation in my abs, I did a video on a while ago. Around 4 months, I was doing those sort of corrective exercises, and around the 4-month mark, I really started to see improvement. My muscles are not the way they were before. It's not a perfect repair, but it's definitely a lot better. My core feels a lot stronger than it did before sort of the 4-month postpartum period. And there is still, like I said, a slight separation, but it's so much better, and it's not something I'm really worried about anymore. I am exercising normally and really focusing on sort of trying to just tone up. I've been getting a little bit lazy with the colder weather. I was taking Alice for walks every day, and I've been skipping days just because I really hate being cold. But I'm about to kick that laziness pretty soon because it's just so much better for both of us when we do get out at least every day. I also have a couple of DVDs that I've been using for exercise with her that I'm going to share with you pretty soon and do a giveaway. My stats, so right now at 6 months postpartum, I am still 5 pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm at 113, and I'm really trying to hang on to those 5 pounds. I think with breastfeeding, the weight has just continuously been coming off me, and I eat a ton, but I feel like I'm still sort of probably losing muscle tone. So again, I'm really trying to focus on exercise more and getting more strength back. But again, I was underweight before I got pregnant, and because of thyroid issues. And I don't really know where my thyroid is right now. I'm in the process of trying to find a new primary care physician. So that's kind of up in the air, but I'm just really trying to stay at a healthy weight for now, as much as I can on my own. I'm going to do a little bit of a belly shot just because my linea nigra or whatever is still there a tiny bit. It faded so fast in the first month that I thought it was going to be gone right away, but it has still just hung on, and it's very, very slight, but I think it might still be noticeable. So, my belly is definitely not exactly the same. My skin feels like more stretched out. I'd say my skin tone is definitely not what it was before, but in general, I'm not complaining. I think I bounced back pretty well for being 31. I still have not had a period. For a while I've been having sort of more breakouts and headaches and things that make me think that maybe I'll start to have cycles again pretty soon, but not yet. It's kind of crazy. I've had a little bit of baby fever, and I don't know. couldn't really do anything along those lines, even if we wanted to. We're not there anyways, but yeah. In terms of my emotional health, things are so much better than they were in those first 3 months. They definitely were the hardest. I can look back now and just see how things have gotten so much more under control, and I have a lot more me time with Alice sleeping more reliably. Now that the sort of craziness from the holidays is over, I'm going to be focusing on setting some new goals to work towards and really focusing on Mike and our relationship and our marriage. But in general, really, life is good. I just really feel like things are in balance and we're all happy. I'm going to do a separate breastfeeding update and address a little bit of starting solids, because I have enough to share about those things. And Alice's update will be later this week after her pediatrician appointment, which is on Thursday. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon.